Hey guys, it's Julian from Proofpix, and today I'm going to show you our new contracts feature. Contracts allow you to create, send, and receive digital signatures from any device to any number of parties. You can also create contract templates, so it's super fast and easy to create new contracts and solidify your next gig. Let's start by going to Selling, and then contracts, and we're going to start by creating a template. So I'm going to click on Manage Templates. From the following page, we're going to click on the New Template button to get started. I'm going to add in a template title, and then I'm going to copy in a sample contract I found online into our editor here. This editor works very much like Google Docs or Microsoft Word, so we can go ahead and make it look pretty by bolding and styling it any way we want. Not that contracts are typically pretty, but the real power comes in our tagging system. So we can add tags into a template, and when we turn it into a contract, those tags will later be auto-filled from the real data. So for example, this contract is asking for a bride. So from the customer tag section, we can make the customer one full name appear here. So this is our customer full one name tag. And we can do the same for the groom. He will be our second customer. And so we're going to insert his full name tag here. And for the photographer, we go to the studio tag section, and that will be the first employee full name. We could also use the studio name if we wanted, which is here. But let's go ahead and enter in our employee one full name. And so that will be replaced with the photographer's name. We're going to replace the contract due date. And we have a similar tag here under the studio tag section. So I'm going to click that. And we can enter in a wedding date. For us, we call that the contact shoot date. So that will be auto-filled in there. There are other slots or data that's required that we don't have tags for because they are event specific. So in a case like this, I'm going to just use a highlighter to highlight these. So when I am actually filling in the contract later, I'll know that I have to manhandle these settings myself. So these highlights will be saved for easy recognition later. So down here, we've got the bride's contact. So similarly, we can go to customer one, that was the bride, and ask for her full address. Likewise for the groom. So let's do that. His full customer two full address, and if I want, I can even put their name in here again, so it makes it easy for me to see who we're talking about. Customer two full name, and I'm sure there's some other things here, such as contract name, so we can even add that in here. We have a similar tag called contract name. So for the sample, I'm satisfied, so I'm going to go and save this template. Great. Now I am going to create a contract from the template. Great, so now our contract has been loaded. So let's actually change the name to contract. And we don't need that. Keep it simple. So we have a contract due date. This contract will no longer be available to be signed past this date. So that's something you can decide on. And the event shoot date has to be in the future. So I'm going to select a date in the future. And now you can see the template data appears here, and we still have our tags. So let's see how the magic works. So the first thing I'm going to do is add the photographer, and then I'm going to add the bride, and then I'm going to add the groom. And we go up, now we can see that the tags have been replaced by the bride's name and the groom's name and the photographer's name, and the dates have been entered in properly. And as I mentioned, the highlights are here, so I know I could change these. And coming down, we see we've got the full contact information of the bride and the groom, and I think we even have a contract name entered in for us automatically there. So that's how easy it is to convert templates into contracts and reuse these as you will. So that's a huge time saver. So let's go down now that we're happy with that. Oh, and of course, I can make any adjustments I want inside of here. What you see here is what you'll get. So we could preview the contract as well. So this will show you exactly what's going to be sent out. So let me close out of that, and I'm going to save this contract. Great. And now that it's saved, I'm going to send it out for signatures. And this creates a automated campaign. So we're going to send to the 3 recipients of the contract, and all their data will automatically be filled in here. If you'd like to adjust this, by all means, go ahead, but I recommend leaving these tags in here so that the appropriate information is sent to each person on the contract. So let's go ahead and send this. Great, that's sent. So now we just have to wait for that email to come in, and at that time, we will click a link in the email and return to a place where we can sign the form electronically. Okay, so we've just returned to this signature page by clicking the link in the email I received. At the top of this page, we can see the status of each of the participants. In this case, all 3 people have yet to sign. So let's show you how easy it is to add a signature. So after reviewing the contract, I can simply click Sign Contract, and here I'm just going to give you my John Hancock and save. And now you can see here that this participant has signed the contract, and down here we can see that the contract has been signed by that user as well. So we will maintain all the signatures, and when we receive them, we actually digitally sign this document in such a way that everybody can download it. But should you ever need to go to court, we will be able to actually prove that the document has not been edited in any way. So we keep the keys to the signature. So if you ever needed to validate a document, we would be able to provide that for you. I believe that's all there is to say about contracts at the moment. We will be adding more tags to make your life simpler for vendors and locations, but certainly if you have any suggestions, we'd love to hear them. So I hope you enjoy our new contracts feature. Thanks so much for watching. Cheers.